you know, power forward combo. And one of the best players on your team, which is mind-boggling to me, but I understand. They need to get some direction and stick with it. I understand they wanted Gordon Hayward. I feel like Danny Ainge, got going to go crazy. But my thing is, you get Gordon Hayward, but then you have to gut half your roster. You're getting rid of Jake Crowder. You're getting rid of Avery Bradley. Yeah, you're bringing in another player, but, you got rid of Kelly Olynyk. He's not going to be the second coming of Larry Bird, but he was a good role player for what they asked him to do. You're losing some of your size to me, but okay. I mean, you got young talent, Jason Tatum. He looks okay. He'll be a really good scorer in this league to me. But at the same time, he's only 19. So what are you asking him to do? You can't ask him to do a lot. So, but I made a video of the state of the Boston Celtics before all this happened. If you guys want to check it out, go to my YouTube channel, The Real McCoy. Check it out. But my thing is, I thought they were in the right direction, but now I don't know, because getting rid of Avery Bradley to me is a little bit mind-boggling, because you get rid of Avery Bradley, you bring in Marcus Morris, you're getting a second first-round pick. I mean, he's acquiring all these picks, but what players are you getting? I mean, you can Butler. And maybe the teams that didn't want to trade to him. Maybe that could have been it. But to give up those assets, to get those players, your team could have been stacked. But then I feel like you're giving up Avery Bradley, and I get his contract is going to be due up after next year, and that's understandable, and I understand that. You don't want to pay him, and you don't want to pay Isaiah Thomas, so I guess you pretty much had to, pick him or Isaiah Thomas. Maybe they try to move Isaiah Thomas, down the line at the end of almost the end of the trade deadline coming up next year. But at the same time, Thomas defensive efficiencies that he had, not a great, undersized. You saw what the Cavs did to him. So undersized on defense, undersized player in general, can score, can heat it up, but can't guard a tree. So no disrespect to Isaiah Thomas, but just being honest. But anyway, back to what I was saying. My thing is, it's just like Steph and Clay. Steph is taller. He's about 6'3", 6'4". But I mean, he comes off. He can get you some steals, but that's because of his team and their defense. Clay, Draymond, they're good defenders, great defenders actually. So they cover up for his efficiencies on defense. Now, who do you have? I mean, Marcus Morris is a good player, but he's not in the backcourt. He's small forward. So yeah, I mean, he's not going to start. Probably not. Maybe. I mean, you got Marcus Smart, but I mean, he has difficulty shooting the ball. He had that one offensive explosion from three when they beat the Cavs, but other than that, he's not that good on offense. Gordon Hayward is a good playmaker for you. He averaged about 5 assists, but I mean, what are you asking him to do? He's not going to guard LeBron James, since you got rid of Jay Crowder too. So like, you're losing a big bulk of your star players for one player. I can see if you have Paul George and Gordon Hayward on your team and you got rid of those players, that is totally understandable. But to only have one of these players, I mean, yeah, you're in the East, so your team, you're still going to be a number 2 seed at the very least. If you have a bad season, maybe 3. That's if. Big if. But you're in the East, man. So you're going to still do good, but you're not getting past Cleveland. Not even close. So that's just my take on the Avery Bradley deal. I don't understand it from that aspect. I get it from a not wanting to pay him aspect, because his contract is due up. But as far as that's all I see it for. Doesn't make sense from a personnel standpoint. A guy averaging 16, 6, and 2 a game, shooting 40% from 3, about 39%. And then to a guy that's shooting about league average from 3, which I don't get. And he's not even close to as good a defender as Avery Bradley is. He's bigger. He's 6'9", but that doesn't make him a good defender. He can't guard LeBron James. So, I mean, I don't get it from that aspect. But maybe Danny Ainge knows something I don't. Of course he does. He's making millions of dollars and I'm not, but and he's getting paid to do that job. But to me, you gotta know what you're doing, man. Because if you don't, that fan base is gonna get rabid. Because this is about what, third year that he's had all these draft picks and he can't accomplish anything. So my thing is, he got to figure something out, man. I don't know what he's planning on doing. Maybe he's gonna make a. There's no big moves out there because they were talking about getting Marc Gasol. I mean, I don't understand that either. I mean, maybe you get Marc Gasol and then what? You gotta get rid of Horford. My friend was telling me that. I thought you could make it work, but after looking at it and looking at the contracts and stuff, it won't work. Maybe on the floor, maybe, but I guess if you slow the ball down, what happens to one of the Cavs players, or maybe he's just going to wait it out for another year or two to see if they get better. Yeah, in a year or two, this might look good, but other than that, I don't see it happening. So that's just my take on it.